All right, elsewhere, we move on right now on Hot Stove and turn our attention towards the hitter power rankings brought to you by Arm & Hammer and OxyClean. So this is interesting. When you look at the top free agents out there, we've talked a little bit about Aaron Judge. Obviously, Trey Turner is a huge impact player. Carlos Correa opting out again. Xander Bogaerts, because he opts out with the Red Sox. Brandon Nimmo in the top 5. Now, I love Abreu with the White Sox RBI machine.
Yeah.
Then you got Dansby Swanson. He's going to get paid.
Nimmo fooled me in the top 5 power rankings.
That kind of thrills you out. You would put Swanson at 5.
Yeah, I mean, Swanson and Abreu, I'm just looking at,
Wilson Contreras, obviously. Rizzo, we've talked about a little bit earlier, opting out the Yankees. Could accept the qualifying offer. And Jock Peterson as well. Jock Jams. A couple of lefty power bats there. But I think Swanson's really interesting. Because this is a guy, again, shortstop class we talked about a year ago. Now Correa's out there again. Trey Turner's going to get paid more than anybody. You got 3 great shortstops in the mix there. And Swanson, it's interesting. Atlanta, normally, when they got a guy, they lock him up. Austin Riley, Acuna, whomever it has to be, Albies. In this instance, I don't know if he's going to take a hometown discount. Like, we thought Freddie Freeman wouldn't leave. He did. I think Dansby could be up the door. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't, at this point in time, I would lean towards Dansby's not coming back.
Yeah.
He's played 162 games every year that whole infield played together. Mm-hmm. He's the one guy. You got center field locked up in the new kid. You got right field locked up in Acuna. You got everybody on the infield but him locked up. So when they want a guy, they lock him up.
Correct.
And I'm not convinced they want him in that sense.
He played the full 60 in the pandemic-shortened season, played 160 a year ago and 162 this year. That's one thing with that Braves infield. All those guys post. And in the past, his defense was really strong. His offense wasn't as strong. This year, his offensive numbers match his defense.
He's done everything he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see him go back. I hope they work it out. Hope I'm way wrong.
Got one for you with Jose Abreu. What if he went to the Marlins? They could use some offense, right? Their starting pitch is really good. What about Jose Abreu? 3-year contract with the Marlins. Would love to see something like that.
That'd be a good fit.
I'm driving some runs. I believe he makes his home in Miami. That's one where I'm like, Abreu could be a guy. I don't know if he's necessarily...
A lot of people talked about Rizzo earlier. He's a better fit in Miami for me than Rizzo because of the Cuban community.
Yes.
And the Latin influence. He's going to have a major impact on that.
Yeah.
And he's a leader. Everywhere he's gone, that was a big part. But the White Sox are going to miss him. They let him get out the door.
Yeah, that's the thing. Chicago should not let that go.
He's been the leader, the glue of that club.
Very durable and obviously a great productive power hitter. Last one for a Trey Turner. I mean, what team do you think he goes to? Does he stay with the Dodgers? There's a lot in flux there because if the Dodgers get Judge, that impacts Trey, et cetera. But
well, I don't think he stays with the Dodgers. I think Brandon Lux ends up being the shortstop. Gavin Lux. I'll move him over to short.
Yeah.
But I do think Trey's going to end up in a number of different places that he'll impact. I can clearly see the Phillies, and I could see St. Louis at the top of the ledger, those two clubs.
You like St. Louis to make some moves here. You have St. Louis potentially.
Well, they'll get one by. They're not going to get both. They're not getting Judge and Trey Turner. You're not getting so-and-so but I think it'll come down. They will jump in on one of the big stars.
I like that Phillies call. Bryson Stocko's the second baseman. Look at that offense then.
Yeah.
That lineup's pretty loaded. If you got Bryce and Schwarber and Castellanos, all of a sudden Trey's in there as well. It's interesting. It'll be fun. All right. The Hot Stove Talk continues when we come back here on Hot Stove.